Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome back to the program. I hope you all enjoyed the holidays. Let me be one of the first to wish you all a happy and prosperous 2024. Gone is the holiday season, the presents, the parties, the food, most of the bowl games, and of course the year. So what remains? Well, resolutions. In the first video of my year, I want to talk about my resolutions. I want to talk about the money counter. I want to share with you my favorite stock pattern to buy right now. So let's get going. Hey folks, Tom Gentile, happy 2024. Do you know most resolutions are actually broken before the first month of the year is even over? It's because the bar is set too high for most of these resolutions. The top ones in my circle, well, to exercise more, to eat better, and to stay off the smartphone so much. That is what I'm looking to do. All very, very tough to achieve. I'll let you know how I do on each of these throughout the year on my podcasts. But for now, here's the number one resolution that I Googled to see what everybody else is talking about. Guess what it is? Number one New Year's resolution for 2024, planning to save more money is on the mind of most Americans making resolutions for 2024, where in previous years, exercise more, eat healthier, lose weight came in the top three positions. Now financial goals have leapfrogged them all to become the most commonly cited this year. You know, they left something out, I think, that's very, very big, and that is trading resolutions. As for trading resolutions, I simply want to encourage all of us to be more resolute in our commitment to trade with rules-based strategies. Folks, I've traded the no rules, high emotion style back early in the days as a trader. Didn't work, and it won't work in the long run. If you don't believe me, ask anyone in the last couple of years that traded meme stocks based on high emotions. It didn't work at all. So, with all being said, let's get into my favorite seasonal rules-based trading pattern that I like to call the money counter. Now, the money counter is a 15-year brainchild where we take seasonality to the next level. We pick up with individual stocks and ETFs where everybody else leaves off. With a pattern that's so powerful, we applied for a U.S. patent on it. Now, imagine today if you knew that this month, Chipotle Mexican Grill had an average move of 42 points higher. And also imagine that this average happened in 9 of the last 10 years. Even better, what if you knew during the month of January that Kellanova actually dropped in 9 of the last 10 years? You probably want to wait that one out until February if you were looking to buy it. It gets better. This pattern needs no fundamental data, no technical indicators. Its uniqueness is built off the power of seasonal patterns or off the calendar, all right? Based on years and years of calculations, in a nutshell, this is the money counter. Let's have a look at the monthly view, the daily view, and the stock view for today. So this is the monthly view you're looking at right now. It looks like a regular calendar. Don't be fooled, though. Beneath the surface is a complex statistical rocket engine. This thing crunches millions of data points to reveal stock moves based on the last decade of history. And what we're looking for are stock moves that repeated themselves 9 of the last 10 years. I'm talking every consistent move up or even down within 30 days or less in any given point in time. So what you're looking at here are colors on a monthly view. It gives me a snapshot of the opportunities we find each day, all right? Green means heavy bullish opportunities. If you see red on the screen, and I'm going to be sharing this with you all year long, those are going to show more bearish opportunities than bullish. And of course, yellow is in the middle. Now, January is it's a mild month, right? We have both bullish and bearish opportunities. And I like to get a good look at the monthly view first to give me an idea where the overall market's going with these popular stocks. Now, let's click on today's date, and I want to share with you a deep review of what's happening for January the 2nd. So looking at January 2nd, I just pulled off here the top stocks, and you can see that it gives me a variety of opportunities First, it gives me stock symbols. Then it gives me some bars. Green or bullish, red or bearish, right? Each graphic representation has a number at the end that tells me the duration in trading days. Now, I also get information like net profit, accuracy over the last 10 years, average profit, and of course, the end date. And that end date is important because it tells me when the pattern is over. So in the case of today, we're looking at January 2nd going forward. If you see, you can see now with Chipotle, all right, the number there is 21. So the money counter tells me that CMG has consistently increased within 21 trading days of January 2nd. One of the other important numbers on the chart is the accuracy column, 90%. That means it moved up in 9 of the last 10 years. I don't consider a seasonal trade unless that number is 90% or greater. So what kind of an increase are we talking about? Well, we're talking about putting this together the last 10 years between January 2nd and January 30th for Chipotle, giving me a net average profit per trade of $42, over $42. So if I want to look at CMG even closer, let's take a look and see what we got here. So this is the most details I can get. Buying it on January 2nd to January 30th, that's the bullish pattern. All the other information shows me in the last 10 years, this is netted over 420 points in this 21 trading day period. Now, the other thing I want to mention is that if you look at something called drawdown and run up, all right, drawdown and run up shows the worst case scenario that's happened for the stock and the best case scenarios that happened for the stock. So last year, we had a drawdown that went down more than 400 points. If you go back and you look at what happened to Chipotle Mexican Grill, you can see they had some serious problems in 2022, but they turned those around really fast. And last year, we had a really nice move on this stock. So as you can see, the expectations are the gains to happen between now and January 30th. Now, this continues to repeat itself as we've seen in 9 of the last 10 years. So what do I do with this information once I find it? Well, I could just buy the stock today and sell it on January 30th. That's what a stock trader would do with the information. But what if I want more leverage and less risk? Well, that's where options come in. So as you may or may not know, options allow us to rent the stock. I call it renting because what we're doing is we're basically writing an offer to buy the stock. It's a right to buy anytime between now and expiration date. But we rarely take the stock. Instead, what we look to do is flip that option to someone else for a higher value than what we paid for. So if you take a look at CMG, look at what happened during the pattern last year between January 2nd and January 30th. This stock costed a lot less than buying the actual, the option cost a lot less than buying the stock. The option was $75 for the at-the-money options. Those gave us the right to buy the stock at $1,380. So 75 points might sound like a lot, but it's very, very small when you look at how much the stock itself costs, all right? During the period of January, this option ran up and was greater than 200% return by January 30th. Again, 17% move on the stock, 222% move on the 1380 calls with a February 17th expiration date. Now, folks, money counter finds opportunities on decreasing stocks too. So if you take a look at Kellanova, which we just talked about at the beginning of the video, in 9 of the last 10 years, this stock actually dropped for the month of January. So during the year, we're going to be looking at both bullish and bearish opportunities when they present themselves. So let's raise a glass and let's toast to another year of rules-based seasonal pattern trading. I'm raising my coffee cup here. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. Happy 2024. I look forward to seeing you many, many more times right here. Bye now.